Really cold. Let me see here. 1 second. Give me 1 second. Good morning, Kristen. Happy Friday. Good morning, Ducky. Thank you. Good morning, Jamie. Jamie, how are you? Today is the 18th. It's cold this morning in my house. Like, no bueno. Like, cold. And it's not even, we're not in full winter yet. Like, the sun is out. It's actually a rather nice day, but it's cold. How are you guys today? I hope you're well. I'm just sharing out to groups. I noticed that the shares dropped, or not the shares, but the viewership dropped yesterday, like quite a bit. Like yesterday's video didn't get watched quite that much, which is fine. But oh no, that's not what I want. No, close. Um, it's fine, but I'm still trying to figure out where I need to be posting this. It's like there's got to be either something I'm missing or I don't know. I trust it's going to go where it needs to go. But yesterday it didn't go very far. It only got like maybe 60 views. And usually we do 100 or so. Hey, Casey Ray, good morning. Thank you for sharing, Casey Ray. And good morning, Tammy. Thank you for the nice note, the thank you and appreciation note in the group. I appreciate that. Good morning, Bobby Joe. How are you? Excuse me. So I took Sven to the vet. Update on Sven. While I do this, I'll talk to you guys and update you a little bit on what's going on with Sven. He had an x-ray yesterday, and he does not have any sort of blockage, which is good. He did poop the bed yesterday while laying next to me in the bed. He was sort of crying out. He had woken up from his nap, and he was crying out, and then like poop just started leaking out of his bottom. So I took him to the vet, and that was like, I don't know, yesterday about 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock or something. And um, the vet x rayed him. They gave me more antibiotics. I don't know. Like, I'm stumped. And then this morning, he seemed fine. And then he was just like yowling in the hallway. And I went to go see what was wrong, and Gus was near him. And sometimes he's just been real sensitive, like yowly the last 2 days. Like, it's almost like he's like, don't mess with me, don't touch me, don't whatever. And he just pooped right in front of me in the hallway. Like, I don't know what's going on with him. I mean, I'm hoping for the best, and I am giving him the medicines as the doctors have prescribed. And I have to wait and see, if these medicines help. But they also gave me something to sort of firm him up because he's been having really liquidy um, stool. So I just don't understand because he just pooped right in front of me in the hallway, and that's so not like a cat to do that. And I don't think he's having a good time of it. Like I think he is having issues. And when your animals have issues and you can't do much about it, it's a real powerless feeling. I don't like the feeling. I mean, you want to sort of see improvement, and there's parts of the day where he's kind of okay. He's not, um, he's playing, he's doing whatever. But I don't know. I'm stumped on this one. Because they're saying he doesn't show for parasites, he doesn't show for a blockage. Just, it's really weird. And it's all been going on since I left. So I don't know what would have happened between me leaving and coming back that would have changed him in such a way. So I'm hoping it's not, something serious. He's eating, he is drinking, he's not throwing up, there's no vomit. So, I mean, those are all blessings, but I just really don't know what to do for him next. The yowling is very new and unlike him. It's obvious to me, it seems like he doesn't want to be sort of bothered or touched in those moments, which, I can understand, but standing there and pooping in the hallway right in front of me is just, it's not normal. Because he knows how to use his litter box. He uses his litter box most all day, and it's clean, so it's not that. It's almost like he's just pooping when it strikes him. Like, when it comes, he's got to go. And then I've got 3 dogs and another cat, and I'm worried that, like, if he does have some sort of parasitic thing going on that they're not tracking or able to find, maybe he could pass it to some of my other pets, but they don't seem to be in any discomfort or having any issues. So thank the angels for that, right? Thank God for that. But I don't know what it's going to take for little Svenny to get feeling better. I'm going to continue with this course of antibiotics, but now he's on 2 different antibiotics. My life. It was weird too. Yesterday he was laying in bed next to me and he had just woken from a nap and he was doing that yowling thing, like he didn't want to be touched. I just had my hand on him. I wasn't even like moving my hand, like just asking him, are you okay? What's wrong? What can I do? Not that he can answer that, right? I know that, but he just started, he was laying on his side too. It wasn't even like he got up to go to the bathroom. He was just laying on his side and he was pooping. It's weird. It just upsets me because it makes me feel like he doesn't have control, which scares me. It makes me think that maybe something worse is going on. But the doctors don't seem to be very freaked out by it. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll just keep at it and keep giving him the antibiotics and hope that he improves. The doctor said yesterday evening that he will show improvement over the next 2 days. So I'm hoping that's the case. But this morning's yowl and poop in the hallway did not necessarily denote improvement to me. But that's enough about me and my, troubled pussy. How does that sound? How are you guys? I hope you guys are good. And I'm just posting to groups, even my own group. I know that Ducky and Jamie do it too, and I appreciate it, but I'm doing, the posting also just to get it out there, as they say. So let's get started, guys. Linda Massa, he'll be okay. Antibiotics will help him. Okay, good. Kristen Ravel, a little birdie told me they have a great private with you on Wednesday. Who did I private with on Wednesday? Oh, Linda. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I don't remember. Kristen Ravello over on YouTube says, a little birdie told me they had a great private with you on Wednesday. It was a really good reading. I actually had a really great double reading last night. Somebody booked 2 different subjects. So they bought 2 readings, and we stayed on the phone about 2 hours. I'm not going to say who it was, but she books with me And it was interesting. Her center card in both spreads was the exact same card, which was sort of wild. Um, there was some moments in the spreads, and I ended up actually doing 3 readings for her, really, because I wanted further clarification. Um, and it was just a very interesting experience, I think, for both of us. We were able to connect and talk about some stuff, and it was just cool to see the cards be like, no, no, this is what it is. Look here, look here. So that was cool. I also have a private book this morning, so I'll be doing that. And then tonight is the Charmed event, so there will be charmings going on tonight. That's at 7:30 Central Time. Um, if you're interested in booking that, you can certainly use this link that I'm typing into the chat right now. There's a PayPal link there. You PayPal over $25 with your name and the subject that you want charmed, and I will put you on the list. I do have 2 reservations for tonight. I will be doing also free card pulls in between for those, like, ideally for new members, but if we don't have anybody like super new watching, then I will pull cards for those of you that have had card pulls previously. Um, Beyond that, I'm just waking up and it's cold here. It's cold. Winter's coming. Ah, House of Direwolf, or well, I don't even know my Game of Thrones. I haven't had enough coffee. I need more coffee. The cat just threw me off. I need more coffee. I need coffee. I need to wake up. I also need to produce some videos, I think, is what I need to do. Maybe a new pick a card. Part 3 of the pick a card, I'm just not inspired right now. So I might need to do a separate pick a card altogether and then put up part 3 about that success, the 3-part pick a card. I haven't quite figured out the decks for that 3rd part yet. House Stark. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Kristen Ravello. House Stark. Exactly. I couldn't think of it. All right. Yeah, I know that's you, Kelly. Kelly in PDX says, just so you know, this is Kelly in Vallarta. I'm no longer in PDX. I know that. Yeah, I've always known that that's your tag. Hi, how are you? I'm sorry, I just saw your post. I may not read all of them, unfortunately. Tammy says she loves my coffee cup. That's a gift from Linda. She sent that coffee cup to me, the Happy Fall coffee cup that I use. So that is, you can thank Linda for that. Linda Massa sent me that with a beautiful pendulum and some pumpkin spice scented pine cones and just some beautiful gifts. It was really wonderful to receive that for fall. So, Mary Lyman, I think I am going to use the angel deck. I might stay with angels and ancestors. I'm not sure. Or I'm going to use a different Kyle Gray deck, is what I was thinking. So, that's what I was thinking about doing for tonight's card pulls, since we've unboxed those. I want to only use cards that are unboxed. By the way, we have 4 cards that have been unboxed this month that you need to go look at and watch the videos, please. The one with the most views and the most comments. Also, I'm going to put up a poll in the Engelgeist group. That deck that we vote on is going to sort of be the deck that we use throughout the month of November, for the full month of November. So please go and take a look at those things. I believe, I don't want to say who's sort of in the lead for views or anything like that, because I don't want to affect the outcome. But there's that available to you as something fun to do and have a say in the group as to what goes on for the next forecasts for the month of November. Excuse me. I hope I'm not getting sick. I might be in a little phlegmy. So, Jamie Taylor, you just sent for a charm reading? Okay, so perfect. Thank you very much for that. So I have 3 reservations now. I'm only going to take about 6 or 7 reservations because we try and keep it to under 2 hours. And with the free card reads, that will be like 2 hours. So let's get to our breath work. Yesterday, we took a little step further down a path that I have to say, I was talking to Ducky about it later in the afternoon. And with the breath work that we've been doing, the reason why I've stopped sort of like doing the thank you part is because I want you guys to get into the habit in thanking your body, your mind, and your spirit in your own way, in whatever way feels comfortable and organic for you, right? So I'm going to do that again today. The idea is we're passing this breathing practice off. I am passing it off to you guys to sort of create your own practice, and to deepen it, ideally, in whatever way you see fit through, taking maybe more than 3 breaths at some other point during the day. Regardless, we do it this morning in the morning together, but maybe throughout the day if you find yourself stressed or dealing with some of those crooked energies we've been seeing with the serpent card showing up this week. Do we stop and do we breathe? Do we get centered? Do we thank ourselves for, being present and aware and available to deal with some of these challenges, right? So the idea is to get us breathing and in the habit of doing this exercise on our own, right? And being conscious and aware of it. So what we're going to do, for those of you that might be lurking in the background new, that haven't stepped forward and said hello, um, or whatever. I'm just going to run through what we do every morning. We breathe in through the nose, deep into the belly. We want to take a full deep breath in. We want to hold at the top and allow that oxygen to sort of permeate our bloodstream and our brain, because it's early for most of us and it's cold. So let's, let that sort of kick in. As we're doing that, imagine a light somewhere originating in your body from one of your chakras, whichever chakra you choose or feels most comfortable, or where that light organically wants to emanate from. I usually touch my heart chakra and I let my light emanate from my heart. It's not like there's a right way or a wrong way as to where that light should emanate from. Okay. As you take in that breath and hold it, allow that light to just sort of spread out wherever it needs to go. Allow it to offer healing and renewal to areas that might feel like stiff or pain or stale or whatever. As we exhale out our mouths, we want to let go of that breath, and we want to really release it. And with that release, have the intention of releasing anything that no longer belongs to us, is no longer in vibration with us, is maybe stale, old, or doesn't even serve us anymore. Okay, and we can just know and intend for that to go down to the center of the earth and allow Mother Nature to sort of recycle it, right? It can go back to where it belongs. Those of you that know about grounding cords, you can certainly ground through your feet or through your root chakra at the base of your spine. Imagine a line of energy from those places going into the center of the earth and just sending energy down those routes. And as we do that, when we exhale with each breath and we emanate that light, ask ourselves where does that light need to go, or pay attention to that light. Watch where it goes. Maybe it might give you some information as to what's going on in your body, what's going on in your spirit, what's going on emotionally. This is sort of the fun part about it. We're beginning to start sort of meditation. Okay, if the light goes somewhere and you can sort of see that in your mind's eye, or you feel that, or you sense that, maybe ask why. Or maybe start to understand that that's you're utilizing your psychic senses, okay? And then just be in gratitude, first for the body on the first breath, then for the mind on the second breath, and then for the spirit on the third breath, okay? So join me in that now. Place your feet firmly on the ground. You can touch your body if you'd like to bring your attention back to your body, into the present moment. And let's take in that first breath in through the nose. Deep and clear into the belly, and hold. Emanate that light and release. Let's take in that second breath and hold. Emanate that light a little bit further. And release. Reminding you to be thankful for the components that make up ourselves. Let's take in that third breath and hold. and release. Emanating that light, just allowing it to go wherever it needs to go, to the tips of your fingers, the tips of your toes, the top of your head, even out into your aura, wherever it wants to go, wherever it is needed. And just being in gratitude for this present moment, for this present body, for this present mind, for this present spirit. And let's open our eyes. Welcome to the 18th of October, 2019, guys. October's just slipping through our fingers. It's moving on by. All right, I'm going to ask Spirit for a card for today, for the 18th of October. Let me shuffle the cards. We're still working with the Miss Mai's Victorian Oracle from Witchwood. I need to be posting and tagging these people on Instagram, and we'll do that maybe today. I've been lazy about my Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram at Engelgeist333 if you're on the Instagram. Spirit, please give us a card that best suits for the collective. This card is just a reflection of the energy of today, what we might be looking at, how we may want to hold things in our space today, how we may want to look at things today, what perspective might best suit us, or where we might want to view things from. That's the intention of this. This is a broad spectrum reading for a broad group of folks. Thank you, Tracy Marie. Thank you for the share. I appreciate it. Welcome. That's fine. Mary Lyman says, I'm not really able to participate in the deep breathing and holding my breath. I would pass out medical reasons. I just try to clear out the mind and meditate. That's perfectly acceptable. That's, do whatever is in your best interest and safest for you. And, the way that I go about doing things isn't necessarily the way that you guys might. And that's part of the reason why I'm sort of being a little bit more quiet during the breathing exercises, is so that you guys can formulate your own dialogue within yourself as you're doing them for yourself. You don't even have to hold them if that doesn't feel comfortable. I do that because I imagine like oxygen filling my bloodstream and reaching my brain, right? To get me sort of fired up and ready to read. But you guys don't have to do that. It's not a requirement. As I've always said, trust your own intuition and your own information over anything that I give you, right? Ideally, what I want to be giving you is validation, awareness, or empowerment to sort of move forward. I don't want to be taking your information and saying, no, this is how you should do it. There's no shoulds here. Do not should on yourself. That's what I was taught by a teacher a long time ago, and I love that, because when you're in should energy, it tends to be somebody else's information. Okay? I mean, you can certainly come here for validation and information, but always trust your own intuition and your own sense of well-being over anything I may say. But know that what I say is meant from a place of love. Okay? All right, so let's turn the camera around. We're going to look at the card that we have today. We have a very new card, and I get some funny information from it. So let me show you what I'm seeing. Okay, so today's card is salt. And salt, let me put up the chat just so I can see what you guys are saying. Salt to me, first off, I mean, I got a lot of things coming through on salt. Salt is first off a very protective substance. People put salt in their doorways to sort of keep the bad juju away, Salt also cleans wounds, and salt is sort of like a natural resource in a sense. So to me, this makes me think about sort of yesterday we had that card of mask. We've had that card of mask show up a couple of times, and this week has definitely been about sort of this subtle self-acceptance, or this shift in our self-worth, or this shift in our perception of our self-worth. And this salt to me feels like, not only is it saying that like we're protected and we have the ability to protect ourselves, we have the ability to also cleanse ourselves. Like I feel like this is a Friday cleanse, a cleanse and protect. I also love that this salt shaker is here and is clear and transparent. It's saying to me like that we can be sort of transparent today, be who we truly are, know that we're protected, and know that we have sort of done some cleansing work this week that has made some changes. changes that some of you may be very well aware of, and some of you maybe haven't yet seen. The other thing that pulls my attention is the number 2 in this card. It makes me think that, and this is sort of funny, there might be some of you that might be having issues in a relationship between you and another, and you might be a little salty about it. If that's the case, contain yourself. This is what I'm hearing is contain yourself, bring your energy back to you, and sort of like ground and protect yourself. Be transparent in your situation and be in your truth. But try not to feed anything more into that situation. So if there's anybody out there watching that is having an issue with some other person right now and you are feeling that aspect of this card, I feel like I'm supposed to deliver that message to you that it's about this salt shaker. It's about sort of holding your own space, keeping your space clear, not letting them take up too much of your space, and protecting yourself and cleansing yourself from sort of maybe the saltiness that you might be experiencing around them. Those of you that aren't necessarily about this 2 energy up here, right? Those of you that have just been sort of following all week and maybe doing some of the work, dropping the masks, looking at the crooked energy, releasing any places where we might be self-deceiving or where people might be deceiving us. Now is the time to sort of cleanse those areas, cleanse those aspects of ourselves, protect them, and sort of hold space for them also. Okay? This is a very powerful kind of energy, I feel like. Uh, because it is something that is so common and so simple, salt is something that, how do I want to put this? It feels very basic to me in a sense, but it is very powerful. Okay? So this is to me like very much practical magic, utilizing our own practical magic, our own awareness, our own clarity, because there's clarity in this salt shaker, to stand upright in what we know to be true, to be clear in that, and to be protected, grounded, and cleansed in that today. Okay? So I'm going to push that aside, not push it aside, but just move it over for the next card. The next deck that we're working with is Learning to Witch, which is Ritual. So let's see what she has to offer. This is a deck that is made by an artist out of New Zealand. It goes by the name Hand Me That Pencil. This deck is available on Etsy. And you can search her under Hand Me That Pencil on both Instagram and Etsy. The other deck, too, I did say, I believe, was the Witchwood Oracle, Miss Mai's Victorian Oracle, if you're interested in purchasing it. Witchwood has a website, WYCHWOOD Oracle. And you can go directly there, I believe, and order from them. Or you can order them from under the same name on Etsy. So these are more little handcrafted-y sort of things that I've found that I enjoy and wanted to bring in and share with you guys. So, salt is the antiseptic of the earth. Exactly, Nate. Nate Bishop says salt is the antiseptic of the earth. I take salt baths all the time just to cleanse not only my body but my aura. And if I can get sea salt, great. I did learn over the week with Kyle that Himalayan pink salt is not ideal to be using anymore because it's actually, if I'm not really sure of how in trouble the Himalayan pink sea salt industry is, but it's sort of a finite resource is what I'm learning now, and there might be questionable, we might want to question our use of that, but I do like sea salt. I don't necessarily use Himalayan pink. I've only ever really eaten it, I believe, but they're saying that there's troubles with it now. So be careful of that. But I'll even use Epsom salt if I have to. I know it's maybe not as, as strong or as ideal as using a sea salt, but I will go to the store and even get a can of Morton's sea salt and pour that in the tub. Not the whole can, but enough that I feel as though I am creating a cleansing, antiseptic, protected barrier within, not only absorbed into my skin and my body, but also into my aura. Okay, so that's something that I do. Oh wow, what a beautiful card. We also have a new card here from this. This is the Lotus. Activate persistence, practice intent over goal setting. So, wow, First off, the lotus to me, I love that we had the rose twice this week, and now we're at the weekend at Friday, and we have the lotus here representing. We also had vervain this week. There's a lot of flowers in this deck. I'm not familiar with all of the deck yet, so I don't know exactly how many floral images are in the deck. But I love that this shows up on this Friday when we have this salt, which is this sort of antiseptic, cleansing, protective, clear, aware sort of energy. You know, is simplistic in its power. Does that make sense? Like, it's a sort of a basic item that almost every household would have, yet it packs this sort of punch and this awareness, right? So I see that us as this salt, we have this ability to protect ourselves, cleanse ourselves, sort of heal ourselves, be our own sort of, antiseptic. Anywhere we've dropped masks or dealt with deceitful energy, that serpent energy that we were looking at earlier in the week, anywhere that we've removed that or cleared that away, we're now scrubbing those areas or clearing those areas, cleaning those areas, and making those areas our own, right? And from that, I feel like this lotus is blooming. And the lotus is always a sign of spiritual strength and awakening. I love that this says activate persistence, practice intent over goal setting. So instead of saying, I want this and this is how I'm going to go about it, I feel like this is saying we're talking about our intention. Like, how does that make us feel? What do I'm always talking about our intention and our attention and how important that is. Where we place that is what we energize. So I feel like this is, instead of saying, I'm going to set a goal and put it way far out and I'm going to have that in, X amount of time, or I don't even know how much time. Work with the intention of it. How does that make you feel? How would it feel if you already had it? Act as if you already have it and use that sort of spiritual understanding and that intention to sort of bring about the thing that it is that you may want, right? This activate persistence is like, don't take no for an answer. Almost live from a place of spiritual understanding that if you want it and you intend for it, it will be, right? Versus, I'm going to set it as a goal, like, I hope I get this. No, there's no hope about it. I hope I can get to that. I hope I can create that. I'm going to try to create that. Those are not intentions. Those are more hopes or goal setting. Intentions are, I will have that. This will feel so good as, now that it's here. Well, we almost want to, like, I feel like this almost feels like wanting to speak in the present moment and also using the energy of this salt, this power of this salt, this sort of clean, clear energy of this salt and this protective energy of this salt sort of allows the lotus to bloom. It's interesting to me too. I feel like I don't know if this is true or not, but something's saying to me that about lotuses blooming in really shitty water. Excuse my language, but like really dirty water. And so it's funny. It's like we've got this very clean thing here, but I feel like I don't know if lotuses could grow in salt water. Maybe not, but I just sort of feel like from the murk comes this sort of beautiful growth and this understanding. And I think that this week has been subtle and maybe had a little bit of murkiness to it that we've been working through with the masks and the deceitful energy or the crooked energy of the serpent showing up and that sort of thing. That we're now getting to this place where we're getting cleansed, we're awakening, and we're realizing that we can be persistent and we can be intentional about how we are, where we are, how we feel about ourselves, and we can honor ourselves in that way and allow that to sort of come forth, okay, to bloom, so to speak. Now, let's go to the grounding stone. Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't even remember this was in here. So this is one of the newer grounding stones that I've added to the bag, and this is Angel. And I believe that this stone is snowflake obsidian. There's a few little white patches on it over here on the side. That's what I tell myself. I feel like this is grounding in because it's dark. It's a dark stone. It makes me think the reason why I chose it is because I want it to ground into the belief of our angels. Our angels can be different things, like they can be our spirit guides, they can be our past loved ones, they can be God for some of us. I know that God and angels are different, right? But what this says to me is that if for whatever your spiritual connection is, ground in that today, connect to that today on this Friday, the 18th. Allow for that to help to activate and anchor you into this persistence, into this intention, into this ability to cleanse and protect and stay clear and transparent, allowing yourself to be free of any situations that might be like irritating to you. For those of you that might be irritated by somebody, you can sort of turn to your spiritual strength, to something outside of yourself that is your spiritual connection. To me, those are my angels, so that's why I put this in here. But for some of you, you may not believe in angels, or you may not work with the angels, or you might work with God, or your higher power, or the universe, or your past loved one that you care for deeply, that you talk to on a regular basis. That can be your angel. And so what I'm saying is this stone is representing it in the idea of grounding into spirit today, grounding into that connection with the other side as best we can, knowing that we're protected, knowing that we're safe, and that we are cleansed, that we are cleansing ourselves today, and that we have the persistence and the intention and the strength and the beauty to be able to have what it is we want, as long as we go about setting clear intentions and moving forward towards that. And then utilizing spirit to help us get there. Asking spirit in, you know, making sure that that spirit that we're asking in is our guardian angel, or our spirit guide that we have a contract with, that is here to watch over us and help us. They are here, guys. Like whether you believe it or not, I do believe it, that they are around us and here to help us. But we have to be willing to ask for that help. If we don't stop and take the time, maybe go take a few minutes to meditate and say, okay, thank you, I need your assistance with this. And again, this is about not goal setting, this is about intention. So what I learned with Kyle Gray is, instead of saying please help me with this, you say thank you angels for, as if it's in the present moment, and as if it's already been done. And I have been practicing that in my own work every day. So it's funny that this card, or this stone, shows up as something to ground into. um, as I've said, if you don't believe in, winged beings such as angels or what they represent, it can be something else for you. It can be, the love of your grandmother who may be passed, or your connection to your animals, right? Whatever is your spiritual sort of upliftment, where you feel connected and more whole, ground in that today. And then ask for that energy to come into your space and to sort of help you and assist you with whatever you need to know. And then you have to also trust that that's going to show itself to you. And when it shows itself to you, right? When it offers you the signs and the symbols and the assistance that you ask for, acknowledge it and be in gratitude towards it, because that just strengthens that relationship, similar to what we do with the breathing exercises, where we're strengthening our relationship to ourself through the breathing and the being in gratitude. Okay, so I'm going to leave you guys with that. That is the forecast for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me switch cameras here. I will be on tonight at 7:30 for charm readings, and I just shut down my camera trying to open up the chat. There we go. I will be on tonight at 7:30 Central Standard Time for the charming. That's 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. So keep an eye out for that. Go watch the unboxing videos, the last four, please. There's the Rust Belt Arcana, the Song of My Heart Oracle deck, the Roots and Wings Oracle deck, and the Naked Heart Tarot. So those are the four that you want to watch, and then comment on the one that you sort of would love to see as the November deck. They're all equally beautiful and interesting, but I'm leaving that up to you guys. It's your patriotic right. So go do that. Follow me on Instagram at Engelgeist333 if you are on Instagram. Please give this video a like wherever you're watching it. If you've watched it on Facebook, go over to YouTube and hit the like, thumbs up button on YouTube when it's uploaded over there. It all helps the algorithm. And apparently the world is run on algorithms now, whatever the hell that is. But give it a like over there too. And if you're not subscribed to my channel over there, please do so. Go over there and subscribe. Also, one other housekeeping thing I should say, and I'm just feeling maybe Ducky's sending me this message telepathically, but you can gift reads for the holiday season. I am available for private readings. So if you are interested in that or you want to purchase a reading for somebody, it's very easy to do. All you do is send payment via PayPal with the name of the person, and then you have the person contact me, or vice versa. I can be the one to contact the person. You just need to send me their information. But it's very easy, and that's available to you too. So for private reading. All right, and those are an hour long and done either over the phone or Facebook video. So if you feel the need, you want to exchange video, that's available to you. Another thing, just to keep your kids, just because Salt is here and Lotus is here, I am a reminder as we depart today. Call in. Here we go. If you do believe in angels, call in Archangel Michael and say, "Thank you, Archangel Michael, for your presence in my life. Will you please lovingly remove any cords, attachments, or connections that I have made this morning through this broadcast, and allow him to bring his sword and cut any cords with love, and allowing those cords, attachments, and connections to sort of go back to the people that they belong to, allowing me to have my space and allowing you to have yours." And do that, just know with that intention that that's being done, and your space is being cleansed, like with that salt, so that you can, have that Lotus awareness of yourself, right? We can always reconnect again tonight at the Charming and tomorrow in the morning for the next forecast. Tomorrow will be the end of the week, and then we will start with the new Witchwood deck, which will be the Witch's Oracle on Sunday. And that will be the last deck that we're using, and I am switching up. The Ritual deck will be departing too, as much as I love it. It'll be back again, but I'm going to use the fourth Witchwood Oracle called the Strange Girl Affirmation deck. So that's going to be also utilized for the last days of October leading up to Halloween. Okay? So get out there and vote. I will create the poll soon so that we get votes in the Engelgeist group. Also, you can join the Engelgeist group if you'd like. It's just a place where a lot of the people that are here in the chat meet up and chit chat and post and share and things like that. So that's available to you too. And like, share, comment, subscribe, share it wherever you would like. Any groups where you think it would be best utilized, I would greatly appreciate it. It's all support of the channel. And Christmas is coming. I do have my Amazon wish list posted to my business page. There's decks on there that I'm interested in receiving. If you're interested in sending me a deck, you can purchase it off of there. It'll be sent here. I will unbox it and shoot a video for it so you can see the contents of the deck. And then it might be in a future forecast. More than likely it will, but it will be in sort of like a similar contest where you vote, and we've got a lot of decks to work our way through, or pick a card, And I need to do a pick a card. I will be keep on the lookout for a new pick a card that'll be coming soon. Plus tarot scopes for November. It's all gonna happen, so I'm gonna make it happen. All right, you guys have a great day. Thank you, Judy Crossley. Bless you too. You have a beautiful day, Tammy. Rosette says, in ancient times, salt was a precious commodity. The word for salt in Italian is sale or sali. Wonder if things for sale were sold that way. I'm not sure. Via salt? It might be. Who knows? I don't know. You're welcome, Karen. Thank you for tuning in, you guys. I will talk to you guys tonight at 7:30. All right, have a great day. Bye.